What's happening, guys? How's it going? Good morning. I'm Allie Burns. This is Morning Wood. We're going to talk some NCAA hoops today for January the 12th. I have three of them for you, or three games that I did anyway. So we'll see how we can do. I hope everyone made some money last night on the national championship game. I hope everyone's feeling okay and not too hungover. I know a lot of people were on that over and it cashed, so that's fantastic. Let's make that money, honey. I was on Boise. I only kind of watched that game. We were actually, Kurt Alexander and I were planning on doing an in-play show for you guys at halftime, and then it was such a blowout that, I mean, we can't come on and tell you, lay 20 more points with Alabama in the second half, and we couldn't really tell you to take 20 with Ohio State either. So we just didn't do it, and we watched Boise and cashed on them instead. Okay, so today I'm going to talk three games. We'll do Eastern Michigan at Toledo. We'll do RIverside at USC, and we'll do Providence at Marquette. Okay, so we kind of spread it out. We'll start with the MACtion, right? EMU is at Toledo. The number is Toledo -9, and it's 143.5. It opened at Toledo -11, and I've checked injury reports. I'm not exactly sure why. Hey, Jimmy Bones. I'm just not exactly sure why EMU is getting action here. I've done numbers. The book says that EMU is averaging 77 points a game and giving up 70, which is actually right on Toledo's number. The book says they're averaging 77 and giving up 69. So like they're dead even if you look at them. But then if you take out the two D2 schools that EMU played, their number of getting 77 points a game has now gone down to 68 points. It's a huge drop, and they don't just give up 70 anymore. Now they give up 80. So it's huge. Maybe I'm wrong, because people are definitely betting EMU here. I'm not one of those people. I'm going to take that -9. Toledo did totally blow them out of the water the first time that they played in Michigan. 91-74 was that. Final came in at 165. As a total, when I average my numbers together, this does say that it goes over, but like just barely. We've got Toledo averaging a 143 total, and we've got EMU with a 148. But because there is that revenge factor there of EMU, that always happens when a littler school goes to a bigger school and play. That first half, they just really come out and give it their all. And then usually they just kind of get gassed in the second. Because of that, I was looking at EMU's first half numbers thinking, okay, maybe they're a first half team. In the game against Toledo, they were down 46-30 at the half. Against Central Michigan, down 33-28. They were up on Akron, who they did beat. And then they were down to Michigan State 43-27. We expect that, of course. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to lay the 9 points with Toledo. I'm going to take this over. And it feels a little trappy because the other game went so far over. It was a 165 was that total. I don't think it's going to get up to that high again. So it kind of feels like it's an obvious over, which I don't love. Last two games for Toledo, the total was 173, 166. That was against Ohio and Kent State, who I see is kind of like on the same level as EMU. So yeah. We're going to go over 143.5, and we're going to lay it with Toledo. Another thing about Toledo is that they're number 2 in the MAC right now. So they're trying to, get to number 1. They're not, and you've got to win your home games. I mean, number one thing, you got to win your home games. So that's why I'm not buying it with Eastern Michigan. Not today, Eastern Michigan, not today. Okay, so that one's that. Let's go to Providence and Marquette. And viewers at home, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and drop comments in the comment box. What do you guys think about EMU and Toledo? What do you think, Jimmy? Huh? Okay, so up next, we'll move into the Big East, and we'll go Providence at Marquette. This is another one where the number's moving. Marquette, I think last night when I looked at it, did I make a note? No, last night when I looked at it, I think they were -2.5. Then I saw them at -3. Now they're up to -4. And the number's at 139.5. Here's my thing. I'm a Duke girl, right? And Steve Wojciechowski is the coach of Marquette. So we know, all right, Jimmy Bone says he likes the over Toledo. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Throwing it out there. Let's get this money, says Moby Forkey. We're trying, baby. We're trying, all right? Thanks, Costas. So I like Marquette, but I also like Providence. They've got a pretty good little coach over there, Ed Cooley. He's not a bad guy himself. My thing with this game is momentum right now. You know, Marquette has lost 4 out of their last 5, and granted, they're playing real good teams, right? They just lost by 11 to UConn at home. UConn's strong and their defense is strong. They're Danny Hurley. Their coach is Danny Hurley, who went to Seton Hall under PJ Carlissimo, and his brother is Dan Hurley, who went to Duke under Coach K. So they're like a defense family. They're a defense school. Anyway, enough about UConn. So they lose to UConn by 11. They beat Georgetown by 4. This is still Marquette we're talking about. Lost to Villanova by 17, but that happens when you play Nova. Lost to Xavier by 3. Lost to Seton Hall by 7. So they're losing, but they're losing to good teams. But Providence, on the other hand, they just lost 2 really close games in a row. They lost by 2 to Creighton, and they lost by 1 at Xavier. So I'm feeling this kind of momentum with them. And for my key number in basketball is 4.5. When I in play a lot. So when I get to a 4.5, it's like just enough over 1 possession. And by 1 possession, I mean 3 points, not the 2 points, you know. So I like 4.5 as a number. So I might just wait and see if it can get there, if I can in play it. But as far as momentum goes, I'm going to take 4 with Providence here, is what I'm going to do. I also like this one to go over. And yes, Bobby Hurley did go to Duke. Now he's the coach of ASU. He's my main man. Okay, I wear a Bobby Hurley jersey. I shouldn't tell you guys that because nobody likes Duke, but they're my team and I grew up with them and that's who I follow. And Bobby Hurley's my favorite ever that there ever was. So the end. Okay. My thing with the total here, yeah, over 2. Jimmy likes this one over. I like it over as well. The number comes in for both of them exactly. My total average is 142 on both of them. Even in Marquette's last 5, the average is 142. The high-low is 141. Providence's high-low is 141, but their last 5 is 137, which is right there. But you got to roll into Marquette with something to play for. You know, you're not just going to show up and expect to be handed a win here. So Providence is going to have to play. I meant to look up their first half numbers because I kind of liked them first half too. My other issue with Marquette was that at the beginning of the season, they would get into a lot of turnover trouble, which I kind of looked that over, and it seems like they've righted the ship in the past games. So I don't know if that's still an issue with them, but I still like this game to go over 139.5, and I'm going to take the points with Providence here. And hope that I can get a half a point maybe somewhere along the way. Yep, that's what I'm doing. We're getting thoughts on Bowling Green. Focus Sports says they're going to roll today. I didn't look at Bowling Green. I didn't look at Kent State, but I definitely can. Give me 2 seconds. So the next one, let me just get this set up and we'll talk about the next one is going to be, there they are, RIverside at USC. Kent is playing CMU. This is MAC. I do have some stuff on them. I feel like I do. Kent State played Toledo real hard, 84-82. Central Michigan lost to EMU, 87-60. 147 there, 166. The total here is 155. I would kind of say I like Kent. I don't know about laying points though. 7.5. Kent State is the better team here for sure, but they're 1-2 on the road. CMU is 3-2 at home. But against the spread, they are 2-1 on the road, whereas CMU is 1-1. I definitely score more. Yeah, I would lean towards a Kent State here if I was going to do anything, just off the top of my head. And I would kind of look for it. I'd look for it to go more under a 155. That's a pretty big number. It looks like the book is moving it up, though, from 154 to 155, but that's kind of a big number. Focus Sports says that Buffalo and Akron will win today also. Thank you for that, Focus Sports. Should be a good game, Marquette game. It's too close to call. Yeah, that's why I want the points. You know, like if it's a game where they're just like going to drill each other, then yeah, you want to be on the side who's getting points, right? What if it's a 1 point, 2 point, 3 point game? Just saying. Focus Sports is a UNC fan. It's fine. My stepdad was a UNC fan, and I just grew up a Duke fan, and it was just this very friendly, fun rivalry that I've had my entire life, and that's what I go with there. Okay, so last one I've got, and no, I don't really know about Bowling Green. I haven't, in past years I follow Bowling Green, and then I don't know why they've fallen off my radar. Oh, they're playing ball. I like Bowling Green. 4-1 at home, 2-2 against the spread, 5-3 against the spread in their last 8 there. Ball's not covering as much, not as good on the road. 146, 147. Yeah, I mean, I would lean towards a Bowling Green here if I was going to do anything. That's just an eye test, though. Don't go betting your house on anything just because I glanced at it, okay? Okay, so one more to go. Like I said, let me switch this over. Boop, boop, boop. Go, Allie, go. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. Okay, Riverside is 4-2. USC is 8-2. USC is number 4 in the Pac-12, and they are behind Stanford, Oregon, and UCLA. Yeah, they're only a game and a half back. And like I said, especially in conferences like the Pac-12, like you can't lose your home games. It's not what you can do. That being said, it doesn't mean that UC Riverside isn't going to roll on in there and try to make it happen for you, right? Riverside's 4-2. They lost one to Pacific and they lost one to Hawaii. They put a good beat down on Denver and Northern Arizona and Washington, which they should. Washington's a very bad team this year. Just fade the Huskies. Just wake up in the morning, drink your coffee, and fade the Huskies. That's what you got to do. So I was kind of looking at Riverside maybe first half because, like I said, those littler schools come in and they really try to beat on you in the first half. I'm not opposed to a Riverside +8 first half here. I'm not opposed to it, okay? But I'm also not thrilled with it because USC has played a lot better competition, although they did go into overtime with CalBAP. They lost to UConn, but they've just got done beating Arizona, beating ASU, Utah. They did get beat by Colorado. So even though it's 14.5 points, I'm going to roll with USC here. They're a beat down kind of school. And they've got these 2 kids, the Mobley brothers, Evan and Isaiah Mobley. They're younger. They're a sophomore and a freshman, but it creates a great chemistry for their team and a team camaraderie. And then also that kind of sibling rivalry competition goes on. One of them always wants to do better than the other. Yeah, Focus Sports agrees. Just fade Washington first half, second half. I mean, if there was a third half, we could fade them there too. They're just not that great. Alfredo says he likes Florida college basketball under NBA Houston, Miami under NBA, Houston NBA. Okay, Florida college basketball, Miami under NBA, Houston NBA. Okay. I like Florida too. I'm glad that kid's back and he's okay. That wasn't good. That was very scary if you watched that. Yeah, one of those Mobley brothers is a 7-foot freshman. The other one's 6'10". They've got 2 seniors on their court, but Riverside has 3 seniors. They've got an Australian guy who's 7'1". They are a little bit smaller, just with their 2. One of their seniors and one of their juniors are both 6'3", so they're a tiny bit smaller. But I think that they can at least first half like put a good start on it. So yeah, Riverside first half I'm okay with. USC minus 14.5 full game I'm okay with. And then total wise 132, I got them at Riverside at 134 and I got USC at 138. So that says over, right? Thank you, Charles Trapp. So yeah, that says over for me. And that's kind of where I'm at. I feel like my strongest pick, I know Dominic, or who was it? Someone, Tony, is asking what's my strongest pick. Honestly, I think Toledo is like, and I never say the word lock, but which this is probably why they won't cash right here. But no, I really can't figure out for the life of me what the thing is with Toledo and EMU and why that number has dropped 2 points. Like I said, I checked injury reports, and this, I hammered Boise last night because I went through their stats. You look at the piece of paper and it's like Boise playing at Wyoming, who's a 7-2 school, and their stats are just out of this world. They're right on par. And then I take out the 2 D2s that they played against. Everything dropped. I sent Kurt Alexander a text. I'm like, no way in the world does Boise lose. When have we even seen Boise as a minus 7.5 all season long? Wyoming has played nobody. They blew them out of the water. I called the under, and then I in-played the under at 10 points higher than the original number, and both of those unders went in, the original and the other. So, thanks, winning money. I did pigtails today because that's just what my hair wanted to do. So I would say my strongest play is Toledo minus the 9, because I have that feeling with them that I had with Boise last night. Like, okay. And again, being number 2 in the MAC, you're not falling down. We don't want to fall down here. Get it? Unholy Stem Cells. That's a fun name. He was on Boise too. Nice. I love it when we win. Winning money likes Marquette. That's all right. I'm not mad at you. Unholy Stem Cells says Buffalo, Kent State, Akron, early gameplay. Yeah, we did like Kent State. We decided upon that. Jimmy Bones likes 76ers over, Nuggets money line, and Rockets Warriors over. I cashed the freaking Blazers last night, plus 115. I forgot about that. I did do that. Okay, sorry. So we'll recap. I get messages in the comments that I ramble too much, and I want to try not to ramble for you guys. Bookie Blaster says Lakers roll. That's a good picker right there. You might want to pay attention to that one. Okay, final answers. My best bet. I'm going to do Toledo minus the 9. I think it's going to go over the 143.5. I liked it a lot better at over 142, but it's moving our way. USC, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take USC minus the 14.5, and I'm going to take it over that 132. And I'm going to look at Riverside first half plus 8 a little more. I might just be a degenerate and get on that, because sometimes I do that. And then last one, I'm going to take the points with Providence here, and I'm also going to take this one over 139.5. Oh my gosh, winning free picks. This is Sean Higgs. You guys know our handicapper, Sean Higgs. He's on a Cobra Kai binge. Watch until the NBA starts. What is with this Cobra Kai? I do a late night show. It's actually tonight, every Tuesday, with the local ESPN radio guys, Cofield and Company. You can find it. I posted on Twitter if you guys want to watch. It's on tonight at 10:30. It's fun. We all kick back some beers and talk crap about sports. But they're obsessed with Cobra Kai on that show. I mean, it is they only want to talk Cobra Kai all the time. And I feel like I'm missing out. But then I realize I don't care. So I'm very torn. The other little game, I'm going to ask you guys what you think about Alabama, Kentucky. My first thought was Alabama wins national championship last night. basketball team's going to party, rah, 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 but they're not in Alabama. They're in Kentucky. So does that then mean that they're going to roll because they've got like this happiness and momentum and they're going to show up? I kind of think it does. And Kentucky hasn't been Kentucky. Alabama's a real scrappy little team. You know, remember in the beginning of the tournament, they were playing, or the beginning of the season, they were playing that tournament with UNC and Stanford and UNLV, and they were rocking and rolling. You know, I like Alabama. I don't think it's a bad call to take them plus a couple points the day after their team wins. Unholy Stem says Bama all day. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of where, if they were playing in Alabama, I would not bet on Alabama today, but they are not. Brendan Walsh says Baker Mayfield looks like he should be on Cobra Kai. Craig Trapp, total chaos, loser this past week. IO, so one buzz time, someone buzz time. You do. Yeah, so total chaos going on. Craig Trapp went up against Dan Kaiser. Dan Kaiser took him down. Tonight is the first ever Total Chaos NHL. I've got my Canadian crew coming in, Kurt Alexander and Nick Parsons. They are going to give you whether they think it's going to go over and under in every NHL game on opening day on Wednesday. Do we like Michigan? What do you guys in the chat think? Look, I'm big on Michigan right now. I just am. I love that Isaiah Livers kid. Hold on, I'm finding them for you. They're playing Wisconsin. See, here's the thing, though. I think Wisconsin's one of the best teams in the Big Ten right now. They just haven't played. Wisconsin hasn't really played on the road. The 1-1 on the road, 1-1 against the spread. Whereas Michigan at home is quite unstoppable. 6-2 against the spread at home, 8-0 for the season, 10 at home, 10-0 for the season. -3.5, 134.5. I mean, I'm into Michigan at home, but I know that there's an upset coming. You suck. But I know there's an upset coming. So I'm kind of laying, you know, this is why I do the smaller games for the most part, is because lines are so much sharper on those bigger games because money's coming in on them, that I kind of shy away from doing the bigger ones. Jim likes Michigan and he likes it over. What do we think of VTech? I like VTech here. I think this is a great opportunity for them at home against a struggling Duke team. And I think they're getting 1.5 as well. So I am going to, oh, now it's only a point. So yeah, the total's at 142. But I just don't. It's a sad year for Duke fans, which means it's a happy year for everybody else, literally everybody else. But Vatek's been good at home. They're 7-1 at home, 4-4 against the spread at home, 7-3 against the spread overall. So I don't think, I love a home dog. I don't think that's a crazy thing to take them in that spot at all. What else you got? What else you got, boys? Bugmars, we decided that Kent State was going to be our play here. Yeah, Corey loves Michigan also. Jimmy Bones says the Cavs under, Nets over, Lakers money line, OKC money line, Warriors money line. Well, that's a nice little 3-team money line parlay for you out there, isn't it? Alfredo likes St. Joe's plus the 15. The Gooner Mo is parlaying Michigan, Vatek, and Kansas tonight. I can't say I'm mad. Yes, I do think Marquette can beat Providence. I just don't know if they will. I don't know if they can cut. Providence just has momentum. Sometimes like teams just have this momentum. You roll up to Creighton and you lose by 2 points to Creighton, and then roll into Xavier and only lose by 1. You know, it ain't bad. That ain't bad. I see you, Providence. I'm looking. I see you, boo. Syracuse, Raymond Reddington like Syracuse orange money line and the Nets money line. Whoa. Oh, yeah, that's a really good point. Oh, sugar, I just lost you guys. really good point. Don't take the point with Vatek. What's that point going to do for you? Just money line those guys. Just money line. I can't find your thing, but it was a good post. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Focus Sports says throw VTech on that money line parlay. They've got some good shooters. That is true. Sonny Griffin likes the Nets and the 76ers money line. Yeah, Leg Show, we were just talking about that. Likes Alabama as an underdog tonight. I'm with you there, man. I think a lot of us were with you. There it is. Corey Taylor said it. Don't buy in on that -1 line. VTech money line is the way you want to go here. Anything else I missed? Does that do it for us all? Do we have any thoughts on TCU or Akron? I just did something with Akron. What was I messing with them? Oh, they beat EMU 37-30. TCU's like not the same team that they've been for me, because they were always like just so defense oriented. And honestly, I haven't been paying a ton of attention to them as of right now. Okay, Akron at Northern Illinois. 8.5 points at home. But Northern Illinois' record is very, very bad. 1-4 at home, 1-9 altogether, 0-5 against the spread. But Akron is 0-1 against the spread on the road. I don't know. That's a lot of points. I would have to do like some more information. I'd have to do a little dig in there and screw in with numbers to see what I thought about that. Who was your other one you said? Oh, I did hear a tip about Miami, Ohio from our Facebook group page. I think the play was on Miami, Ohio, because they've just got some guy back. Do we fade? Brendan Walsh, seriously, Allie, help me out. I need a 2 or 3 piece parlay to regain some cash in respects. Yeah, Northern Illinois is the worst team in the MAC. I get that, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a parlayer. That's something you guys should probably know about me. I don't parlay things. If there's like 2 money line dogs that I'm really into, I might stick those together, but I try to be pretty disciplined in my straight betting as far as all that goes, building bankrolls and whatnot. Everyone says no, Northern Illinois, worst team in the MAC, horrible. They've won 1 game all year. So that's your play there. Akron, this is only Akron's second road game. That's suspect. Yeah, see, I think sometimes we look at what the records are, and that is not really true of who the team is, because who have they lost to? Have they just been losing to everyone else in the MAC, or did they go like on a tournament thing and do that? Okay, wait, we're going to peek. Sugar balls. Okay, we're going to peek real quick. So they lost to Toledo, good school. They beat Chicago State, who's a bad school. Lost to Bowling Green, who's okay. Ohio's not great. So there's that. And Miami, Ohio. Only 3 off. I don't know. Beat Kent, beat Ohio. Lost to EMU. Yeah, I'm with you. There's some D2 action in that Akron schedule, though, and that will definitely push your what you score per game up, and that means that you're gonna have to lay more points. Woo! Yay! Thank you, guys. I got over 100 on live. This is my first time I've ever got more than 100 viewers at once. Hooray! Craig, what's your play of the day? See, everyone loves Craig. Craig's everyone's favorite. Craig, give us a 3-teamer or something. Help us out here. Hey, Elliot, how's it going? I don't know. I would be a little bit iffy about the Northern Illinois Akron game just because it looks a little bit. People always ask me why I scratch my face right here. It's because my freaking hair tickles me. I need a better hair situation, guys. I need a better hair situation. Okay, so yeah, I would be a tiny bit sus about Akron and NIU. Okay. So I think that Craig is super sharp. You don't know the Craig Trapp. He's kind of a big deal, guys. He does his own free pick show. Y'all got to give me 2 seconds. My kid's at the front door. Why the hell is this locked 3 ways? Jeez Louise. Oh, because you went out the garage. That's why. I was out there. Sorry about. Okay, I'm still doing my thing. Sorry. I was up there for so long. Okay, so that's what we're talking about there. Okay, so I'm gonna do my recap, and then hopefully Craig can drop something for you guys in here, because I know a lot of you joined me late. So final answers. I'm gonna lay the 9 with Toledo. They're number 2 in the MAC. I don't see them losing at home. I know the number's moving the other way, but I'm blaming that on the D2s that EMU played. It brings their stat down a whole lot. I'm laying the 9 with Toledo, and I'm taking it over the 143.5. Bill says Akron's an underplay. Bill's sharp too. Okay, so then RIverside at USC. I'm going to lay the 14.5 with USC. Remember, they're number 4 in the Pac-12 under UCLA, Stanford, and Oregon. Those are all good schools. They want to be up in that. They want to be up in that as well. There's that for you guys. And then I like that one to go over the 132 as well there. Although these are both pretty fair defenses. I don't want to say they're not good D, but they have good shooters. They like to shoot. And then my last one was Providence and Marquette. This is probably the one that everyone is like the most on the fence about, right? Because it really could go either way. But like I said, in games that can go either way, I want to be on the side with the points. So I'm going to take the 4 with Providence. I even like Providence first half +2, and I'm going to go over 139.5. So yeah, so that's where I'm at there. We did some little discussions in the chat. We did like Kent State today. I'm not buying into the Akron thing. I haven't really looked, but I'm not like buying into that just yet. And yeah, so I think that's about it, right? Did we cover everything? Oh, we also liked Alabama a lot today as a dog. We like Vatek as a dog today on the money line. And Leg Show likes Akron NIU under, and NIU's tempos ranked 341. So maybe that's a play. We'll just stay off the side here, and we'll keep it under, keep it right on under that total. Elliot loves Duke today. I think you're the only one, though. So maybe you're the sharp one here. What's the play? Slam dunk winner. What's the play? My favorite play, I said it earlier, is Toledo. That's I don't see any reason why EMU is going to be only because it's my team. I don't see any reason why EMU is going to be any threat to Toledo. I really don't. It'd be cool. I mean, I love a good dog. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think this is the spot. I know there's a lot of buyback on it. I don't know why. So that's where I'm at. Chris Gleason likes Buffalo. Okay, guys. So so that's what we're doing today. I hope we all make a lot of money. And don't forget, check out Total Chaos NHL is on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern with Nick Parsons and Kurt Alexander. Total Chaos has been crushing it. Chip was 5-1 over Wild Card Weekend. Chip Chirimbus, man, if you're not following that guy's picks, you're doing something freaking wrong. Go buy his package over at Picks and Parlays because he's awesome. Really, really kick butt. And then Craig Trapp too. Of course, all of our handicappers are really, really good. Don't get me wrong. All right. I don't do shows with any bottom of the barrel guys. Okay. All the cappers on our shows are in like the top 10, 15 of the cappers on our whole site. And you can go over to picksandparlays.net and check out the leaderboards. It's all there. Sean Higgs and Dan Kaiser and Nick Parsons at the Insiders Room and Kurt Alexander. They're all on there and they're all real good. So, all right, we'll see you guys at the window, as Corey Taylor says. And yeah, I'll see you guys tonight for Total Chaos. And hopefully we're all much richer at that point, right? All right. Okay, guys, check you later.